The argument always started the same way, softly, almost politely. A question about expenses, a comment about bills, a sigh that carried more weight than words. And it always ended the same way too, with raised voices, broken sentences, and a silence so loud it hurt. Ramesh stood in the kitchen, holding the electricity bill. His forehead was tight, his voice controlled, but barely. "We can't keep living like this," he said. "Every month it's the same. School fees, rent, groceries. Something has to change." Sunita folded clothes on the bed without looking at him. "I already cut everything I can," she replied. "What more do you want me to do?" "I'm not blaming you," he snapped. "I'm just saying the money isn't enough." "And whose fault is that?" she shot back. "I didn't tell you to leave the old job." The air thickened. In the next room, behind a half-closed door, 2 children sat quietly on the floor. Ayan, 9, and his younger sister Mira, 6. They weren't playing, they weren't talking, they were listening. Ayan had learned to recognize the tone. This wasn't a normal fight. This was a money fight, the worst kind, because money didn't just argue it accused. "You don't understand pressure," Ramesh said. "You don't understand sacrifice," Sunita replied. Ayan covered Mira's ears gently. "It's okay," he whispered. "They're just talking." But they both knew that wasn't true. Mira looked up at him. "Is it because of my school?" she asked softly. "I can stop going." Ayan's throat tightened. "No," he said quickly. "Don't say that." But the thought stayed with him. In the other room, the voices grew louder. "I work all day, and I run this house alone." A plate clinked sharply against the counter. Silence followed. Then Sunita spoke again, quieter, now but sharper. "Do you know what hurts the most?" she said. "The kids hear everything." Ramesh exhaled angrily. "They're sleeping." They weren't. Ayan stared at the floor, tracing invisible lines with his finger. He hated these nights, not because of the shouting, but because of what came after. The guilt, the fear, the calculations his mind made without permission. If I stop asking for toys, if Mira eats less, if I don't need new shoes, maybe the shouting would stop. Mira leaned her head against Ayan's shoulder. "Papa sounds angry," she whispered. "He's tired," Ayan replied. "Ma too." She nodded, accepting it the way children accept pain without question. In the kitchen, Ramesh rubbed his temples. His anger was fading, replaced by exhaustion. "I didn't mean to shout," he said. Sunita didn't answer. She had turned her face away, wiping tears quickly because crying felt like another expense they couldn't afford. "I just don't know how to fix this," he continued. "Every time I look at them, I feel like I'm failing." Sunita finally looked at him. "They don't need luxury," she said. "They need peace." The word peace echoed down the hallway, straight into Ayan's chest. That night, dinner was quiet. Too quiet, Ramesh noticed how Ayan didn't ask for seconds, how Mira left half her food untouched. "You're not hungry?" he asked. Mira shook her head. "I'm full." Ayan nodded too quickly. "Me too." Ramesh exchanged a glance with Sunita. Something felt wrong. Later that night, as they passed the children's room, they heard whispers. "We should save money," Mira said. "I already am," Ayan replied. Ramesh stopped. "What do you mean?" Sunita whispered, her heart racing. They listened. "I won't go on the school trip," Ayan said quietly, "and you don't ask for that doll again." "But I like that doll," Mira protested softly. "I like quiet," Ayan replied. "More," Sunita covered her mouth. Ramesh felt something crack inside him. He opened the door. The children froze. "What are you doing awake?" Ramesh asked gently. Ayan stood up immediately. "We're sorry," he said. "We won't waste money anymore." Ramesh knelt in front of him. "Who told you that?" "No one," Ayan replied. We heard silence fill the room again, but this time it was heavy with shame. Sunita hugged both children tightly. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "You should never have to worry about this." Ayan nodded, but his eyes didn't look convinced. That night, after the children slept, Ramesh and Sunita sat together. No shouting, no accusations, just truth. "They're growing up scared," Sunita said softly. Ramesh nodded. "And we're teaching them without meaning to." From that day on, the arguments didn't magically disappear. Money was still tight. Life was still hard. But one thing changed. They stopped fighting where little ears could hear. Because children don't understand budgets or bills. They only understand fear. And sometimes the deepest scars in childhood aren't caused by hunger, but by hearing love argue over survival while they sit quietly in the next room, learning how heavy the world already is.